Do you have a financial blueprint, and do you know how to change them? Welcome to Streams. On this edition of Streams, I'll be sharing with you 4 quadrants that can help you to reprogram or change your financial blueprint if you have one. But if you don't have a financial blueprint, there are materials on this platform with which you can begin to create a financial blueprint. Everybody loves to make more money or to build wealth, but very many times they don't know how to get there. But you need to craft a system, a process that takes you to the kind of financial outlook or outcome you desire for your own life. That's how to build a financial blueprint. For some, it will take 24 months, for some 36 months, whatever it takes. Just know you need to build a financial blueprint. And if you have one, and you're asking yourself, you don't like the current state of your financial system or your financial situation, maybe your bank balance, maybe the income you are earning, then you need these 4 quadrants that will help you to change. You see, the amount of money does not make you rich. It's what you retain, is what is left out of the money that passes through your hand that is most important. It's been said that if it is possible to share all the monies available equally among the people in a country, in a state, or in a geographical location, do you know what will happen eventually? The monies will gradually return back to the hands of people that understand financial process, financial system, and everything will go back to what it used to be. So for you to change your own financial blueprint, these 4 quadrants will be very necessary and important. Number 1, programming. What is your financial programming? What is your relationship with money? How have you been programmed, either by your parent, by your environment, or people that you surround yourself with? So that would change or determine to a very large extent the kind of financial outlook you might be able to build over the course of your life. Some people have been wrongly programmed as a result of specific incident. You've seen people that went through traumatic experience of being ejected or face embarrassment because of a bad debt. Those people, when you discuss the concept of good debt and a bad debt, they say, no, because they have been financially programmed the wrong way. And when you are programmed wrongly, what do? You run on a program that you have in a system. So if you have been programmed wrongly about money, about the concept of money, or how your parents stewards money, you need to unprogram or reprogram yourself with the right mindset about money. What does your programming do? Number 2 is your thought process. Your programming determines how you think, because you don't just think out of vacuum. The way you are thinking now as I'm discussing money is as a result of how you have been programmed. Every time we talk about money, what comes to your mind? You remember the pictures of either your parent, your uncle, or people that you respect within your sphere of influence that has programmed you about money. You don't just think about money in the absolute sense. You think about money in the context of people you have known that are either stewarded money or have handled money. And that is what shapes the way you think about money. Some people think money is evil because they've seen some people with money perpetrate evil things. They've seen some people bully people because they have money, and they associate money with bullying. Oh, rich people oppress the poor, because within their own sphere of influence, they've always thought people with money lord it over the poor. And when you think like that, you begin to associate wrong and negative things with money. And what does that do? When your programming is wrong and your thinking process is wrong, your feelings, your outlook about money, and that's number 3, your feelings about money is negative. Every time they talk about money, you are thinking of something negative, because you think anything that associates with money elicits the worst of people, because that's the way you have been programmed. That's the kind of thoughts you have created in your mind, and those are the kind of feelings you begin to generate. It begins to shape your feelings, it begins to shape your nature, or even your character when it comes to money. Some people are not reliable with money because they associate unreliability with money, and you need to change that. You need to change that not only for yourself. That's why a good financial blueprint or a good programming that shapes your thought and makes your feeling to be acceptable and stable in a financial situation. And number 4, I told you it's 4 quadrants. Number 4 is your actions. When you have been programmed, you think in a particular way, you feel certain way, you take actions based on those sequence of processes. And your actions about money, if you think you cannot create wealth, what do you think? You begin to think you need to hoard money. You see a lot of people in developing economies, they are rich, but they are still stealing money because they have been wrongly programmed that everything they had will soon finish. So they need to keep hoarding money, stealing people's resources, stealing public resources because of what? Wrong programming. So they take evil actions, bad actions, and other people, when they have money, they think of people that either offended them, that they need to either retaliate or do something to be like a reprisal reaction to something they felt has hurt them in the past. So when people are wrongly programmed, they take bad actions. And if you are rightly programmed, you have the right set of values and rules, you take the appropriate actions. And what do you think happens? It shapes the kind of result you are going to have in your life. A person that has been wrongly programmed, who thinks wrongly about money and has a bad feelings and outlook about money, will take wrong actions that will eventually wreck their financial lifestyle. Think of people that has won lottery. Its research has shown that 95% of people that has won lottery ended up being back in the situation they used to be. Because what? They had wrong programming about money. They had wrong thinking about money. Money does not change you. You change yourself so that you can attract money. You don't just become smart because you have money. You need to get smarter so that you can attract money. You can create systems that makes money to work. And of course, create the kind of result you want to see in your own life. So this 4 quadrant is very important. Think of the programming you have about money. That is people around you or things you have seen. Think about the way you think about money. Think about your feelings when money is mentioned. What comes to your mind? And think of the actions you are taking or you will be taking as it relates to money. So if you master these 4 quadrants, you can shape and determine the kind of result that your life will elicit. And that is how you build the right financial blueprint that changes your life, changes your finance, and changes your entire financial career. I hope this is useful for you, but don't forget there's a link on this side for you to subscribe. Subscribe, and I'll see you on the next edition of Streams. Thank you for watching. Go build a wonderful financial blueprint for yourself, for your life, for your family, and for your loved ones. Bye for now.